missed out on a bunch of shit. You ain't even got your headphones on till about 3
My
minutes
headphone
ago.
has been on, dude.
Like 3 minutes
Just
ago.
one of them, though. I was just...
Yeah.
Because I like to keep my situational awareness about me. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. You see it? Fucking lightning fast, bro.
Yeah.
Can you turn me up in the headphones, though? I feel like I'm not hearing myself in the headphones that much. I feel like it's low. It's too low to flow, bro.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He totally knows. He just refuses to fucking... I just wanted a little louder, bro. I just like the reverberations, bro.
The only other volume you can change is on your headphones.
It helps me think better. No, it's even worse when it's at full blast, bro.
Well,
turn me up, dude. I'm like Slim, dude, talking to Dre, dude, except you're not nearly as talented. So...
Problem is the playback doesn't even go through the computer. It comes through the mic itself.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting indeed. But yeah, dude, we are here, episode what? 87?
88? 88.
The Jews, man. You know? I'm surprised this podcast has made it 88 episodes. 87 at least, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Because not only did we both quit like 87 times.
Yeah.
We fucking... The fact that YouTube hasn't fucking...
quit us.
And the companies actually offer to send this channel anything.
Yeah, that's also shocking.
Which, shout out to y'all, dude. Shout out to the Mantizacs. Shout out to Viridian. Who else?
That's it so far.
So far.
Potentially
Links Defense.
more.
We're seeing.
Potentially.
Who knows? Shout out to Links Defense, though.
We're trying a lot of things.
They're like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
I emailed Somo Gear. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
What's up? And it's just crickets.
They told you to pound sand.
No, well, they didn't tell me anything. They might still be getting to it. If they get back to me, I'm be like, yo, you should send me one of those Ingalls to check out, bro, because I hear good things, man, and I want to spread the good word. Because, they're, from all intents and purposes, it sounds like the dude that does this and, like, makes these and owns this shit knows damn well it's not for airsoft.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because realistically, if you're running around with airsoft, and people do it.
Yep.
People do it all the time. There's somebody doing it, giving somebody LASIK right now on the old airsoft field.
Yeah.
Run around with full power lasers on a BB gun. And it's not even a real BB gun because it shoots plastic pellets.
Yep.
So, and they got cry pants on and fucking OpsCore helmets. And, like, everything's real, too. Everything is real except for the fucking gun and the ammo.
Yep. And that gun still fucking costs
it costs more than, than the fucking real gun does.
Oh.
And a lot of these dudes still have real guns, and they're actually building clone builds of the airsoft shit to their fucking real gun, which is why this fucking Somo Gear supposedly exists, but really what it is it's made overseas in China, and they don't really have because in the U.S. lasers are FDA fucking...
The regular.
Yeah, so you can only have up to like a 5 milliwatt or whatever fucking laser, civilian legal wise. Anything more than that, you need to be military, law enforcement, whatever, or be using it in some type of commercial aspect that, like, your job, like maybe Comcast or whoever needs fucking high power lasers for some shit or whatever, right? So, but you can still get full power lasers. It's not illegal to own them.
Nope.
It's just, it's illegal for a company to sell them to you directly in this country.
Yeah.
But you can go to Ivan the Bear and buy Russian purse for significantly more money than they used to be. But those are full power lasers. That being said, it's Russian, so it's proprietary. So there's a lot of workarounds and adapters that you need to get them up and running functionally with one of your rifles. That being said, if you're doing Tarkov clones or fucking you're just an AK guy or whatever, like, that shit is sick. And it's real, like, Spetsnaz fucking military Russian shit. And it's full power as fuck. Or you can get a full power laser that was stolen, U.S. property, from a dude that's like E4 and behind on his Camaro payments. And who knows if it even works or whatever. A lot of times they just fucking throw the shit out.
Yep.
Whether it works or not, because we need budget for next year, and if we don't prove that we need to fucking buy all this shit, then fucking... So...
Yeah, your nods are broken. No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Right.
Fucking toss them. Here's a new pair.
Right. Like, they don't... So, tax dollars, hard at work.
Yeah,
but...
gotta love it.
Right. Like, it's just, at least fucking let us sift through the dumpsters once.
For real.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Just get all Polish on them. But the fucking
Like, I understand if you don't want to give us the rifles, but like, you know, some ACOGs.
I don't even understand that. Fuck that, dude. That's the whole reason why the CMP exists, is so you could arm America with
true.
U.S. military rifles and shit, and handguns, whatever the fuck else.
But it'd be against their own judgment, you know, against themselves to be arming us with machine guns.
Well, anything they would do.
It's against their
agenda,
judgment, you know. So
well, yeah, but that's anything. Why would they do anything for us, other than to fucking further control us and, you know, brainwash us? So anyway, Somo gear though. Somo gear for $239. You can get a full power laser aiming module, a LAM, that has a visible laser. For $240, it's red. For $260, it's green. An IR illuminator and an IR laser that is full power. And you can put it on real steel guns, as they call it in the airsoft commune, which I'm not a part of.
Even though they're still mostly plastic.
Wouldn't mind being in the airsoft commune, because I think it's honestly good training, and we should talk about that. But the fucking, even if it doesn't hold zero, you can still lay shit for a known distance, known location. Hey, this is where we're going. Yep. This is where the LZ is at, or this is where the fuck, you know, whatever the fuck, or hey, there's the bad guys over there, and then everybody can see that fucking shit. Or just use it as an illuminator. Don't even use the laser function.
Yeah.
Because it's still a full power illuminator, which you cannot get on the civilian market buying one brand new. And an illuminator doesn't need to hold zero.
Nope.
It just needs to illuminate in the general direction of what you're shooting at. Yep. And then you could passively aim. Passively aim. Because actively is with the laser, because everybody can see it. So you're actively everybody knows. So I always get the two confused, though, because it sounds more like if I was passively aiming, it feels more,
that
you know
makes
what I'm
more
saying?
sense to me.
Right.
Yeah.
As far as if I was actively aiming, I'm actively, intentionally aiming the gun. But so I don't know why, but I get it, but I don't get it.
I don't get it.
That's a whole thing in and of itself. I should do a video on that. Stay tuned to the Terribly Tactical channel.
Try to change the entire night vision community.
Right, dude. It starts here. People we're renovating, but Paragon Armory, no affiliation. They won't respond to my emails. I mean, I only sent them one, but. And I don't think I'm nobody. I'm a nothing nobody from nowhere by all means, but I was interested in the shit. Yeah. And like, especially the end goal. Once I found out about that shit looks pretty legit. Yeah. Because if that is the strat, because it's metal instead of their plastic, because it's not like real gun grade polymer, but it's supposed to be like fiber reinforced something. And but the aluminum shit, dude, if that holds zero and is full power for $400, dude, I don't give a fuck if it's from China. My $900 Hollow Sun is from China. Yep. It's just nice China. It's just Americanese China. Because they got the factory here, at least the import place here, and like they're whatever the fuck. Maybe they assemble some of the shit here. Who fucking knows? But you know, they're just like Primary Arms or Vortex or any of these other places. They like there's a lot of places. Fucking Trijicon outsources their magnifiers to China. I'm pretty sure Hollow Sun makes fucking Trigicon's magnifier. It literally says made in China right on the fucking thing because it has to. But like, it's just crazy to me, and it's still like a fucking $1,000. It's like what? But if it's quality, it's quality, no matter where it comes from. So, but that's the thing with the Somo gears is they're not known for their quality control. It works exactly like an F.P.C or a P.C. F.P.C is the civilian version of the P.C, and it's neutered at 5 milliwatts or whatever the fuck for the lasers, just like any other civilian device. So really, the F.P.C is the worst of all civilian devices and one of the most expensive. But a real one is pretty sick. Yeah. And you're getting real deal power for literally 1/10 of the price. Yep. And so, honestly, even if it shifts 3-4 inches every fucking 300-400 rounds, I'll just run a converging zero at 50 or 100 yards and just know my holds. And then that way, if I look through the dot at that distance, a known distance, and I see the laser off, I could just readjust it real quick and be back on for another 300-400 yards or 300-400 rounds. And then I'm still full power illuminator, full power laser. Like I could call in a fucking airstrike if I had the support. with that shit. Like it's literally like the same as like those islet things or whatever. Those are probably a little bit even more powerful. But the handheld fucking shits that hey, fucking drop a bomb on this building.
Yeah.
Like that. But, you know, again, same thing. Even if it doesn't hold zero, the fucking mount cracks, whatever the fuck happens, I could put it in a little fucking GP pouch on my rig or in a dangler or in my fucking pocket. And when we're moving through the woods or whatever, I could be illuminating shit with full power and everybody could see if we're not doing IR discipline at the moment. And I could also hit the laser like, hey, the fucking mile off, this is where we're headed to. So keep your head up, keep your head in this direction, understand where we're going. We might have to, move around shit, get out of the way, but this is where we're going. Or, hey, there's some bad guys over there. So just as a handheld device in and of itself, for the full power capability that it gives you, for $250, it's a steal.
Yeah.
Just for that. If it ends up holding up on a gun or holding up on a gun well enough to actually be used practically without too many failure points or too much jank or too much fucking sloppiness, then that's just a benefit and a big benefit because now you have a $250 laser that's full power on your gun.
Yep.
So I really don't see the downside.
And then even if you fucking bump it up to $400, you get the fucking end goal. They have an aluminum body, full power laser.
Yeah, and supposedly there's dudes out there that have been doing YouTube videos like chronologically, like testing this shit out. And like with like 10,000 rounds on a SCAR, he says it's got a permanent home on there until it dies because it just hasn't given up the ghost. It hasn't lost zero. It hasn't moved, shifted, broken, cracked, fucking whatever. I mean, $400, dude.
Yeah.
You can get a Streamlight TLR VIR2 for $400 or less, and that is a great device, but it's limited with its illuminator capabilities because it's made for a handgun. You could run it on a subgun, a Scorpion, an MP5, or whatever. That's fine. And you can put it on. I wouldn't have a problem putting it on a short area AR that you're going to be using, 100 yards and in for, CQB, fucking home defense, fucking, truck gun, whatever shit like that. Get home gun, you got to it's in the truck in case you got to leave the truck and make your way home for something. You're probably going to be fighting inside of a city, inside pretty close range. I mean, given you have your nods with you, but it's still a white light as well, so it's not useless. It's not strictly IR, so it is a true lamp because it's a white light. It's a fucking IR laser and an IR illuminator. It's got everything you need to do anything in the dark.
Yeah.
So, and it's $300, I think, on Amazon currently. 3 something.
It's like $320.
$300 to $400, and it's the cheapest, most realist, best thing you could buy for that money. Or you can get 2 Somo gears and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
So who knows? And there's all types of mods and shit you can do to make them better once you get them home. I'm not going to do any of that shit. I'm going to play it as it lies, but it should be here tomorrow. And I'm going to try and film some content with it. I don't know if it's going to show up before I got to go to work or whatever, but should be sick.
If it doesn't let me know, I'm going to roll up and grab it myself.
Dude, fucking, you better not. You can fucking deliver it to me if you want.
Play with it for a little bit before I drop it off. One thing I am curious about though, is they all have serial numbers on them. I wonder if it's an actual serial number that they're all going to be different, or if it's just built into the mold and every single one has the same serial number on it.
Well, they got different serial numbers. I mean, at least for the models. Yeah. So but if you even click through the pictures, they got them even in the pictures.
Yeah. I didn't go that far to check. It's only showing the one image with the serial number on it.
It's the other one, I think. The top one here. So that's 736-767-249-736-453. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's 5 different ones that you could get. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I don't imagine that they have just an endless fucking, or maybe it's done by a laser. I don't fucking know. Then it wouldn't matter. No. I don't think. But the people on watching have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, for the money, it again, even if it's not fucking
what we're talking about or not, apparently.
Shade, dude.
Well, I guess we don't have screen share.
How?
I fucking know. Never had that issue before, but I go to minimize screen. It's supposed to fucking capture this monitor. It doesn't.
Something's got to be like just not right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Assumedly so.
Right.
Something's not right.
You're right. But like, I feel like you could fix it if you really wanted to.
I could, but not quite live at the moment.
Why not?
Because it just wouldn't work that way.
It could though, dude. If you really tried hard enough. Dude. I feel like there's a lack of effort given on this podcast from this side of the table, dude.
So
I don't want to say nothing.
So it's not necessarily that it can't be done. It just would not be ideal to be done. I also don't know if it'll fuck shit up.
That seems like a plebiscite of an excuse, dude.
It seems like a pretty valid excuse to me as to why not to do it.
I mean,
at this
maybe
very second.
if you would watch more Linus Tech Tips, you would know how to build a fucking computer.
Bro, this ain't computer, dude. This is OBS. It's a whole different story. I didn't
somebody, i.e., me, which is really a nobody, nothing from nowhere, did tell you to maybe just check out like recording it on Twitch.
Yeah, and I did. It's bullshit.
No, you didn't, dude.
You
did.
It's fucking bullshit.
I wasn't
here
here
the
for it,
control
dude.
that this does.
Yeah, but what the fuck control do you have if it's got a mind of its own?
A lot of fucking control. The only reason that our audio is as good is as shitty as it is.
Our audio is not that good, bro.
I know, but it's the reason it is as good as it is, which is scary.
That is rather scary, but mostly due to you and your audio settings, dude. I think one ear hears differently than the other because who knows what happens these times. You know, so we start these podcasts and it's literally a different audio level every time we start, and half the time the mic is muted. So, you know, professionalism.
Yeah,
we're the epitome, dude.
All I'm saying is I don't change shit. But
see, that's that OBS thinking for itself.
It's fucking
or the government
themselves
in here fucking around with some shit, dude. They're just trolling at this point. It's a long day in that fucking flower van, bro. They gotta entertain themselves with something, so they fucking do that shit just because they're watching the whole time, whether this bitch is even on or not. So it just, you know, they get amusement out of the technical difficulties they provide for us. They're really just hampering our success, honestly, which is why, although we're getting closer. How close to 500 subs are we?
Actually, we're there.
Way.
As of last night, at least, we were there.
No way, dude.
We're at 502 right now.
No way, dude.
We have surpassed 500 subs.
Only from my vids, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I got all the content views on the vids, dude.
The one fucking video, dude. The fucking Ruger Wrangler vid, dude.
My vid.
Fucking going nuts, dude. And I don't know what the...
How many views, bro?
47.8 thou. Just off that one video.
Doing numbs, dude. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Get 129 subs off of that.
Yeah, dude. I made this channel, dude, through and through, bro. From the beginning to the end, bro. And you know what? It's never gonna die. Because even if you quit the chan, I will continue on.
Maybe coming soon.
I will continue on with the chan. I'll sit here and do a podcast by myself, even though new people are gonna live here. You know. But I get to, you got to leave it in the deed or whatever that like I just own this room. I'll put a door in that goes straight from the outside to so I don't have to bother nobody. I don't want to be an inconvenience. Yeah. But other than my cackling at 3 o'clock in the morning, or me screaming at the fucking computer over Tarkov.
Yeah. I don't know how well that would work out.
What?
You know.
No, it's people are more
limit my
these
buyers
days.
a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
but just listen, dude. YouTube house, bro. We could be famed. I already am, dude. If anybody wants to come along for the ride, I tried to bring him, dude, but his bus pass expired.
Yeah. Just buy my house, bro.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Get at
No.
250,000.
I feel bad for whoever does. R.I.P. to their.
Don't say that.
Nobody's fucking.
My fucking luck.
Barry Suss and Rusty Shacks are coming for a viz, dude. They're gonna check it out with the realtor. They're gonna be fucking.
That's why we're getting the fuck out of here before we split it on the market.
That's so weird to me, though. Is like, for something like that, I would assume. I mean, you sign all the power and responsibility over the realtor and all that shit, but like, it would make sense that like you would have to be there for the signing.
Well, you are, yeah.
So you're gonna fly back or come back for fucking?
Not necessarily. So you go through either you can go through just notaries and do it that way, and just they'll send you the paperwork.
You're gonna go to
for
the fucking currency exchange in the hood to get your shit notarized to send back to fucking.
Yeah.
That sounds...
Or you just have another realtor down there that either they're affiliated with or just somebody you found that'll work with you, and they have the papers sent to them, and you fill them out. They got their notary there or whatever the fuck, and just do it that way. Yeah.
A momentous occasion, perhaps. You know, that in theory gives you your freedom.
Yeah.
So hopefully sooner rather than later. But even if by the time you fucking get down there, you're not even gonna get settled in, and then you're gonna have to fucking
moving again.
Peace.
Yeah.
But like right down the road, probs.
Yeah. Which at least we'll be down there, you know?
Yeah.
It's much easier to figure out if we're already down there.
But that limits, though, like, where you guys can fucking... How do you know that anything's going to be available, or anything that you like's going to be available, or the fucking...
We don't.
Well, I know, but
fucking... being down there, we can see, and if something does pop up, we can move on it like that, you know? We're down there to see right now. There's
Google Maps and shit.
Well, yes.
Remember we found all the meth labs?
Yes, that's true.
There's a lot of meth labs in Florida.
But
they're available for purchase. If you'd like one.
Well, we found a lot that weren't necessarily listed. We're just
typically it's not listed; it's just included.
Yeah.
Another listing.
Yeah,
it's very roundabout. You have to know the land.
We did find quite a few meth labs, though.
100% people got murdered there, dude. And Google Images has just got full interior. It probably should be in an evidence locker.
Yeah.
But the fucking...
It's just amazing. Like, especially you go to South Florida on Google Maps. You don't even have to look. You just scroll in and you'll find a meth lab
at that point.
You just scroll in and you find a meth lab. It's just there.
It's just every corner.
You get to the point where you're in like a 10-block radius or something. You know, you can identify at that point
meth labs.
The meth labs, and there's at least 3 within that section. At least 3. Sometimes 3 just on one property. Dude. You know, it's just
a lot of competition.
Yeah,
it's thriving.
Yep.
It's a thriving economy.
Yeah.
Especially
I hear it's coming up as the top export.
Who the fuck is gonna rob a 7-Eleven with an alligator if not for meth?
It's
who? And I honestly, personally, this may sound selfish, but I enjoy the news articles.
It's true.
So
it's true.
You know,
wait to see one with me in it.
Right. Better not be on no meth, but like you could rob a
still
station with
some
an
shit might go down with an alligator. You know, it's just some bitch want to run up on fishing, bro.
Dinosaurs, I guess it's very similar.
Somebody gonna run up on fish, just grab a gator and launch it at their neck.
Listen, dude, I've never seen you grab a gate in your life. Dude.
I've done it.
Duct tape
quite a few times,
ass, boy. Imagine duct
twice with a fucking electrical tape on the mouth, and it's only because it was legally required. But handled gates, bro. Never know big ass gates.
You live in a public community, bro. You've never had...
I've handled some gates you wouldn't fuck with.
Yeah, right. No, I wouldn't fuck with no gates.
Exactly.
What do you mean, dude? It's a fucking giant killer lizard, dude. Why would I fucking go fucking with some gates, dude, without a firearm, dude?
It's just a swamp pup, dude.
No, it's not.
It's a swamp pup. It's a swamp pup.
If there was a little fucking seal with some moss on him, dude, that'd be a
his head up so I could scratch his chin, bro.
No,
it's a swamp pup. Legitimately. Yeah, it's just... And he can't literally just lift his head up so I can scratch his chin for him. Just little swamp pups, bro.
No,
sometimes
dude.
Big swamp pups.
No, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
So would you rather wrestle a gate or wrestle like a really long neck, swole ass snapping turd?
Depends on the size of the gate and the size of the snapping turd.
I mean, like your average 4 to 6 foot gate. Probably like an even 5.
Yeah.
Like a Lake Michigan bull shark.
Yeah.
And then like a big fucking Galapagos ass fucking swole as shit.
So
neck longer than a fucking...
So like an alligator snapping turtle like this big, right? Which is like their full size.
Like the Venusaur.
I'm taking a gate all day. A 5-foot gate versus a fucking 3-foot alligator snapper.
How far could the neck really reach, bro?
Well, alligator snappers...
And how agile are they?
Well, that's... Honestly, actually... Because alligators don't really have that long-ass neck like a common snapper does. They can't really move.
But they can move better, I thought. The alligator ones,
really.
they got like the little horn shit, or the fucking... They look more like a fucking, like, scaly fucking...
As
type
babies.
of turd. Okay.
The adults, they smooth out a lot more.
Okay.
Or is it? No, I think that's backwards. I think I got that backwards.
Yeah, I would understand because that's probably where they get their name. Because they look like an alligator with their little fucking square skate looking things.
They can move side to side, like back to their arms, pretty much. But they don't have much articulation top to bottom.
So why would that be a harder fight than an alligator?
I just feel they're a lot less predictable than an alligator.
In theory, I don't know how strong that neck is, but in theory, if you just choke the old chicken, what is he gonna do?
You're not grabbing it.
It's that fast.
They are quick as fuck.
That's the quickest thing about a turret.
Yes, but even at that point, like they are also strong as fuck. So you got to think they're regularly moving their body, which is big as fuck.
Yeah.
Like a 300-pound fucking alligator snap.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with your neck, bruh?
Well, not so much the neck. It's the fucking legs.
You just grab the neck.
No, you're not getting to the neck. You fucking stay far away from that neck. Okay? Like, just stay far away from it. You ain't grabbing that neck.
Mean, with the length, I do kind of have to.
It's fucking... Nah, dude. Just don't. It's just... Because you will lose a hand. Just trying. Like, there is no...
See, well, I know... what's, like, the poundage of, like, the bite force on a turret like that?
I can't give you statistics.
Like several hundred pounds?
But I can tell you that the one that I saw, that I have personal experience with as far as the alligator snapping turtle, he was about their body size around. Head like fucking that. Terrifying as hell. And we had him at the shop in the basement. It was the boss's personal animal. And he was in a big... People. He's sold at this point.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
he's in a 4 foot by 8 foot tub.
He lost his turtle in a boating accident, dude.
And above that tub, we had like those storage racks. Like I got my tanks on in there. Actually, more like the one in there because it's a little bit beefier.
Hey, if you're throwing any of those out, let me get some.
We gotta talk about some shit like that.
All right.
But we had one of those racks on top of the tub, and when we went to slide him back into the tub, he reached up and grabbed it. Each one of those shelving units, the beam itself across, is rated for 3,000 pounds of weight.
Okay.
He crushed that shit like a tin can.
I mean, but each one of those little metal bars is nothing without them being together. So, like...
That beam is rated for 3,000 pounds.
Either way.
Meaning you can hang that between two things.
Yeah, you can hang a stationary...
3,000 pounds on the shit.
Yeah, but as far as, like, a sudden jolting motion, if you just dropped 3,000 pounds on that, it's going to break. So...
That beam would hold up Cheyenne's car in the air.
Yeah, but that's not saying much, bro.
It's still a fucking car. Like, that's...
I suppose.
So... It's fucking insane.
Well, the fucking snapping turk, dude.
I would rather fuck with a 5-foot gate.
See, but I don't know, dude, because like you could just choose not to fuck with the turret, and what is he gonna do?
Well, the thing... That's not a part of the situation here.
But it is, though, because
you said, would I rather fight the alligator?
That's true.
Or the turret? That was the situation here.
But you win every fight, you don't ever get in.
True.
So the answer really
would be I could avoid both of them easily.
I don't know, dude. I've never seen you run diagonally that quickly.
You don't want to run diagonally. You're slowing yourself down, and the gator doesn't process it fast enough to actually follow you in that fucking... It's just charging straight forward.
Can you outrun a gate, though?
Yeah.
Like...
On land, yes. You should be able to, unless you're fucked up physically, outrun a gate.
What's the top speed on a gate, dude? I feel like they're cruising, dude, at least 15, 20 miles an hour.
Probably close to 15.
I don't know that your average Walmart enjoying American can run 15 miles an hour.
You should be able to run 15 miles
an hour. Well, you should,
at least for a short distance.
Yeah, but what if he's persistent?
That's the thing with gates. They're not. Gators are fucking lazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you like really you stepped on his tail or something,
it wouldn't matter. If you get 5 yards away from this fucking gate, it's gonna leave you the fuck alone.
I don't know, dude. I've seen some gates chase some shit for like a good 50, 100 yards.
You're probably seeing Crocs, which is a whole different story.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing.
That's a whole
dude,
nother
is
story.
when you're getting chased by a giant lizard,
Yeah.
I don't know that the distinguished human mind under stress and fight or flight response can immediately process which is which.
You have to figure out where the fuck you're at and which one they have.
Right, but there not some places that potentially have both?
Well, the alligator is only
Freshwater.
found in North America.
Yeah, which is this entire cunt.
Yes.
Which alligators are also found in, because no matter where you are, there still
a
could be an
fucking
alligator
You
because
don't know.
you
You're
do you
never
have
safe.
no idea.
You are never safe from
And
an alligator.
zoo accidents happen.
Fucking people
and
just
people
release
put
their
them in the
pets.
fucking
Fucking
toilet.
Chance the Snapper. Remember that shit?
It's in the listen. I remember as a child coming. I've told this story before, but a child coming home from skew, or it wasn't skew, but it was like right after skew, and then my mom was taking me somewhere to fucking get clothes or a backpack or something. We were going to fucking whatever Target or whatever the fuck it was, right? And on the way back, the whole road was shut down, and fucking Alligator Protective Services and shit was there. Because there was a fucking somebody released their pet alligator, and it was bigger than shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like 4 or 5 feet. And I remember seeing them on the side of the road. They got the fucking noose thing with the fucking the pole, and they're dragging this fucking thing, and it's fucking twisting and turning and fucking shit. And it's like, that was just like in the suburbs, in a fucking retention pond. There's a full size ass fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not full size, but as a child,
that's a big
lizard.
Yeah.
So,
Fucking, yeah. But we also do have American crocodiles. But they are only found.
I would assume in America.
Yeah.
Right.
But they are only found in like deep South Florida. And like they are.
So what's the difference between an American crocodile and a regular crocodile?
It's just a crocodile in America.
Yeah, but if we have regular crocodiles in America,
We don't. The only crocodile we have in America.
If a
is the American
crocodile illegally immigrates into our country, does it then become an American crocodile? No, I just want to know. This is the thing that the people need. This is the legitimate question.
So we do have other types of crocodiles in America
saying,
in captivity, or potentially in very few numbers released into the wild by idiots. For that disclaimer here. But the only native species of crocodile in the U.S.
So they were just always there.
Is that American crocodile. Yes. They were almost not there.
Right. Well, a lot of things were almost not there.
Because of hunting and over hunting and everything, the population dwindled near to extinction, like less than 1,000 alive.
It tastes like chicken, dude. Have you ever had gator?
I've had gator. It's fucking delicious.
It's like a dark meat chicken.
Yeah, it's great. But because they were overhunted and everything, people just killing them off like crazy, they almost went extinct. So now, anywhere that you will find American crocodiles, they are being protected. And you know that there are crocodiles there.
Right, unless like you're just like super lackadaisical.
Yeah, unless you're just an idiot.
Right, which again, one could argue natural selection, which I honestly will argue is not working hard enough these days.
It's not. We've made things too easy.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there's too many warning labels.
Yep.
There's too many fucking... Just thin out the herd, dude. Now I sound like fucking...
Even look at these
what's
blazes
his face,
that are
dude?
still on the page. Fucking warning labels on that shit. Fuck it.
Those are fake warning labels. Those
They
are
are.
just to make it look like the real thing. It comes without the stickers. You have to put the stickers on.
The stickers are just cloning effect.
It looks good, though. It looks just like the real thing.
Yeah.
Except for when you touch it. But, like... That's what she said, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? But fucking...
If she's saying that to you, I think we can get some questions here.
Listen, dude.
Fucking... It feels like the real thing? What?
Right.
Oh, what are you using?
Very first time. It's just an actual banana.
Goddamn
But
zucchini.
It's like a plantain, though. So when she finds out, she's not too disappointed.
Yeah. She wasn't expecting much to begin
Right.
with, you know? It's
Right.
just...
It's like the little ones you get at the fucking Brazilian steakhouse. They come around, they're fried and shit.
Yeah.
Very soft. But yeah, the fucking... I'm stoked for that. But the fucking... Butt fucking... Don't do that. It's fucking... It's a sin. But
I heard it's the whole that God can't see.
stop it. That's with the blaspheming, dude, on my podcast. But I have to fucking go take a piss. But then we're coming back and we're talking about some shit.
Oh, we don't.
Well, there's gonna be shit talked about. I don't know if it's gonna be like the shit, a shit show.
It's always gonna be a shit show.
Well, because we're here on the Shooting the Poop podcast. It's a perfect segue. It's YouTube gold, dude. It's so underappreciated.
Beautiful.
So we are back.
We are.
It was a good piss, dude. In case anybody was wondering,
They all
feel refreshed. Yeah. You know. Anyway, what I did want to touch on, which I mentioned earlier when we brought it up, talking about the Somo gear and all that stuff, is the idea of the airsofting shit. Which, when it comes to the gun culture, well, see, that's a give and a take, I would say. So there's, of course, there's gun community, there's gun culture. Gun community owns Socialist Armory, XDs, and Hellcats, Smellcats, and don't know how to fuck ass shoot, and they watch Shill Cuck 45 and Shill Double Out videos and Cucky Own Noir videos, and all that mainstream, lamestream bullshit, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they get their fucking Not Real Activists NRA magazine in the mail every month, and they fucking see the big fucking fancy centerfold about some bullshit guns that dump way too much money into marketing, and they go and buy that because their fucking cop uncle told them it was the best thing ever, because he don't know a fucking thing about a damn thing neither. That's gun community, motherfuckers. Oh. Which you gotta say, everybody starts there.
I did.
Everybody starts there. For the most part. Some people are lucky and blessed to not start there or to bypass that entire process, because it's very easy to just get stuck. They don't want the truth getting heard.
Damn, it's the NRA.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We all know well that they're working with the gov, dude.
Yeah.
So it makes all too much sense. But like, you don't want to. It's very easy to get stuck in the gun community because it's easy. There's no accountability.
Yep.
It's all rah rah shish kumbah. It's fair weather bullshit.
Yep.
It's fucking. It's all just. It's literally, and it's weird, because like I don't look at myself as like an influencer, right?
Yeah.
Like, I might influence you. Hopefully, I influence you to exercise your Second Amendment rights more and to fucking live more constitutionally comfortable each day that goes by, and to be better prepared for yourself and your loved ones. If I can influence you doing anything, then good. That should be it. And through that, like, there are, like, yes, like, you probably should own one of these. And if you fucking buy one, it helps support the channel. It's like, but don't buy one. If you're going to buy one, don't even use my link, dude. Unless you get a coupon code, which just saves you money or whatever. But even then, I'm sure someone else has a coupon code. It has nothing to do with that. I could give a fuck less about none of that shit.
Use the links anyways.
But, like, I'm just talking about stuff that I care about, that I know about, at least know something about. Or, whatever. So, but, like, that's not, like, my main focus in the least bit. The gun community motherfuckers are, hey, I just got this new thing in that just came out. It's great because I got it for free. You should go buy it.
Yep.
Which I get shit for free all the time.
Yeah.
You've even got shit for free.
I have a couple things.
So, are we biased? That's up to you to decide, but I've never been anything but honest here, or on my channel, or anywhere.
Mine straight to my teeth, you can all tell.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, dude. You're a fucking rat fink motherfucker if I've ever seen. But
don't trust any of my reviews.
No, definitely not. The one that's out there in fucking society.
More
yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah, we'll see. Sound not even gonna go there. But yeah, so the fucking there's just such a disconnect.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of bullshit information out there, and there's a lot of people that only care about the thing. Yeah. Like, look at how cool this gun is, but not why is this gun important, because it's a gun and because that gives you freedom. Like, they don't ever focus on that. No. It's only ever scary. About the inanimate
that's
object.
The scary part.
Well, right. Because that maintains that you are responsible for yourself.
Exactly. It's responsibility.
Yeah, I know. Who does that in today's day and age? These times that we live in. So,
not me, I'll tell you.
No. Yeah, me neither, dude. Fuck. Hard work couldn't be that. Me, So,
A stable job? Why?
well, that's actually not funny in your case because motherfucking, it's getting all too real, man.
But more responsibilities somehow. What the fuck?
Well, you fucking stuck your pen in that inkwell, so I
Hey.
don't want to fucking.
Thought the Mountain Dew would do its job.
Yeah, well, you didn't drink enough.
Apparently not.
But the fucking shout out to little baby Shar. That's my god thoughts, dude. But yeah, the fucking it can't be any worse than being Haley having M&M for your dad, right?
That's true.
You know.
It might be. I don't know.
Well, she gets
At
more
least
money.
he
Right.
So there's
Maybe
that.
one day if we try hard, though.
I'll still end up giving her the same emotional
Right.
damage, but
Right. Emotional damage.
all the same traumas, but just not the money. It's fine.
Right. Right. Well, you appreciate it. You know? It's the
Keeping her
thing-
humble.
It's
You
the
know?
little
It's just-
things in
it's-
life. But yeah, dude. I don't know exactly where I was going with that at this point
I don't know.
because we've gotten off on so many terrible tangents. But the moral to the story, I think what I was trying to fucking express was that, like, there's no... Not that we're, like, the realest deal since fucking sliced bread, but, like...
We are.
Well, yes, but, like, not in the sense that, like, that makes us anybody. Like,
No.
we're just not afraid to, like, be assholes on the internet, I guess.
I'm not afraid
But-
to be an asshole anywhere.
Right. Yeah, he's in any GPS location turned on asshole, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm at least a halfway decent person. But
Ha.
the fucking... all I do for him is my son. He's talking about... He's got that tea... Smells like teen spirit, dude. He's got all that
Oh,
angst
shit.
built up. But yeah, the fucking...
Yeah, the guitar's over there now.
Yeah, dude. 2 geets have it,
Yeah, dude.
Imagine, I don't even have a geet to play, dude. He always yells at me when I bust out the acoustic, dude, because it's too loud. There's a baby.
SG over there, dude.
Nah, it's fake, dude. I only play real geets, dude.
Yeah, like that squy.
It's diff.
Oh,
It's just cuz, dude. It's because it's a fend.
squy, dude.
It is the squad, dude.
It was
He's
a
like a little
squy, dude.
like,
It was a squy. Dude.
less than
Now
a
it's
noble
gone, dude.
man in the old fucking Knights of the Round. The little squad. You know? Really not that much of a promotion over the court jester, one could argue.
Yeah.
But yeah, just got all medieval on their ass, dude. It's like an overpriced meal, a shitty show, and fucking, you know, you might get robbed on the way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as the times are concerned that we
Yeah.
live in, you know, this day and age,
Yeah.
or whatever. We're back on. We're back. What's funny is like only you can follow what the fuck is going through my mind right now. Like everybody else is like, what the fuck kind of stroke did you just have? This is such an
It
underappreciated
just shows we have the
podcast.
same extra chromie. Dude.
Right,
It's
dude. We're fucking neuralinked together. What the fuck? Some shit going on, man. It's something in the water, dude. Or maybe this fucking knockoff fucking Four Loko, this Mountain Dew
yeah.
liquor shit. Who knows? They're definitely putting shit in the water, though.
Yeah.
But back to the gun community and the gun
They're
cult.
turning the frogs gay.
They really did, though, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it's a scary thing,
Yep.
honestly, because like the
Even
ecosystem.
Jacob proved it. He has a
No,
video.
he
on it.
100%
legitimately
is a
proved it.
homosexual frog.
Yeah.
In and of himself. So like
Exactly
there's
it.
no he's way too fucking
He
chunky.
had a fucking pixie frog that he just let roam his bedroom. Or no, it wasn't the pixie frog. It was a fucking toad that he had.
Wasn't it poisonous or some shit?
Potentially, yes. But we just let that shit just roam around in his bedroom, no problems. Just fucking. He literally had it in a storage bin and cut out a hole in the side and built in a ramp to get in and out of its tub.
See, one could argue though that it would potentially be less likely to excrete its venom or poison or whatever poison in that case,
Poison,
right? Because
yes.
venomous fangs.
Yeah.
Because it was a more chill environment, he was more used to
Potentially.
being outside of it and people moving and picking him up and this, that, and the other thing. So psychologically,
No, he just did it because his mom was scared of the toad, and so she wouldn't come in the room when it was out.
it was just always out.
Yeah,
Mom,
exactly.
where are my cheesy poofs?
He just didn't want her in his room.
Right. They take the locks off and shit. the door off the fucking. Now it's in the house.
I mean, I understand. Like,
outside now.
she definitely would fucking search through his room for anything she could find. And the motherfucker was 18 at the time and just fucking.
But at the same time, knowing who he is
True.
and how he is, I'd be a little curious myself as a parental.
Like, she would literally call him while he was at work to complain about how she found, like, an empty beer bottle in his closet, you know? And she would call him while he's at work, and I need him to work, and he picks up the phone, and I hear her screaming and swearing at him through the phone because he had an empty beer bottle in his closet.
Underage drinking is a no-no.
Yeah, we never did that.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah, we've always followed the law.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Yeah.
Fuck, he probably does.
That might.
He's liable
I don't know about
to have a mouse. You still got a frozen snake next to the fudgesicles, dude?
Yeah.
The fuck? Every time. I haven't been in there in a while, but it's fucking... You see it, and you know what the fuck it is. And it's like, bro, right next to the fucking Tostinos, dude. Which it is Tostinos. Totinos is a fucking Malcolm... What is it? The fucking... The Mandela effect, not Malcolm X. Yeah. I said the Malcolm X effect almost. Which, who knows? He could be in on it, too. Right, dude. Fucking... When does that dude race cars, bro? All the suds.
I don't know, dude.
Frankie Muniz.
It's been quite a while.
Frankie Muniz is Stewie in real life, bro.
But it's been quite a while since he's been a kid on,
I know, but still, bro, had a full-size head. But had a full-grown adult head on a little child's body. And still does. But the fucking...
So fast.
He's got to get custom hats, dude. But
I almost do. It's not funny.
It's kind of fun. It's a little fun.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, dude. Again, I have no idea how we got here from gun community versus gun culture.
I don't know, dude.
Or what the fuck
This is what the gun culture does, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, we're
all fucking autists.
We're just autists with our own canvas. And it's very interpretive art. You have to see it through our eyes. Yeah. But if you do... Let me tell you.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man. No, so the fucking... That's what I was getting at. Was the fucking... all
We're
that...
still haven't got airsoft yet.
That's what I was getting at. Is the... I don't know how we fucking diverged. But...
Airsoft turned into gun culture, gun community.
Well, no, because this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying.
This
is what I was saying about the gun community, gun culture. Is like... Gun community people are like, a lot of them are fuds and fanoiks.
Yeah.
And then gun culture people, some of them take themselves a little bit too seriously and would never catch themselves dead on an airsoft field.
Yep.
That being said, you see people like Lucas Botkin, Travis Haley, Administrative Results, fucking all these big name fucking top tier dudes that actually have been there and done that to some capacity one way or another, going out there to train, because that, in theory, is the cheapest and most effective way to train force on force. Which, how else can you train to be in a gunfight without getting into a gunfight? And if you're getting into a gunfight with real guns, somebody's going to die or have great bodily harm. So it's not like something you just do on Tuesday nights.
No.
Meet me at the old racquetball course for a showdown, dude. High noon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
you even see like CQB classes and shit people are running with airsoft guns.
Right.
It's a
right.
It can definitely be utilized as an effective
tool.
The
shit that they got nowadays.
Yeah.
The fucking is legit. Yeah. It's actual size, actual weight, actual controls.
Same fucking materials 90% of the time.
Right.
Fucking good shit.
At least on the exterior.
Yeah, on the exterior.
The internals are completely different. There's batteries or fucking CO2 or green gas or whatever the fuck. Yeah. But, and again, like you said earlier, like a lot of those guns are as expensive or close to it as the real deal. Right. And there's a huge market for it because pretty much anywhere, except for New York maybe.
Yeah.
Because the Orby guns were banned in New York.
That's true.
But like, SOE John Willis would talk all the time about how they would get like a huge clientele from Japan and like all these other places where like they could not have guns whatsoever, but they could have airsoft. And there was a bunch of rich dudes that did it and would rent out yachts and fucking do like they would storm the fucking beaches and shit. Like it's like legit shit. And there a lot of these dudes, like if you gave like Lucas did that video with that one airsoft guy that he basically imported from another country for
literally
week.
just
and then fucking right, dude, he fucking picked him up at customs and the fucking like he was still in a box, he had a couple of holes punched through it, but like not enough, but like just enough.
Completely sidetracking shit, right? But earlier watching fucking Hell's Kitchen. Cheyenne wanted to watch a newer season or whatever the fuck, and the fucking second episode they literally brought in all freshly signed U.S. citizens. Literally, like, how do they find these people? Like, suppose this is the first meal these people are having as U.S. citizens, right? So they just standing outside of the fucking office, be like, "Hey, you want a free dinner? Hey, you want free?" Like, how the fuck?
I think they were just sitting at the border.
Yeah, they just brought them over for the show. Now you're citizens.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I mean, they were in fucking California apparently, so.
There's your answer. You get a free fucking apartment. A fucking a Honda Civic and a fucking champagne colored though. All the fucking everybody drives a champagne color. But anyway, the fucking there's a lot of dudes that like do utilize it as like a serious training tool, and it's always intrigued me in that aspect as far as the airsoft is concerned, or milsim or whatever. It's not milsim because I'm not a military member. I'm just a silly villain. But like, as far as like the tactics, fucking breaching, fucking clearing rooms, fucking vehicle work, fucking not being detected moving through the woods, fucking all types of shit. Now, of course, airsoft guns, as good as they are in today's day and age, it's still nowhere near an actual gun as far as the trajectory, the ballistics, the this, that, and the third. Obviously, when you get shot by one, you don't actually die, and you know that going into it, so like you're still more likely to do things that you wouldn't maybe necessarily do in real life because there are worse consequences. But as far as understanding tactics and maneuvers and flanking and hand signals and fucking working with night vision and fucking doing whatever, because there is still a consequence. If you die, you die. You gotta lay there on the ground fucking dead for the next fucking 45 minutes or whatever the fuck it is, So like, and people don't want to do that. And so they're just like shooting competition, or just like fucking, taking a tactical class, or just like fucking getting your dry fire in, or just like wearing your kit on the range to actually get a feel for how it works, or fucking if this is going to be able to clear this and that, and fucking how does the radio plug in and everything else. You can learn all that shit with consequences to reinstill those ideas and lessons into your head through an avenue like airsoft or milsim or whatever the fuck you want to call it, to where you don't have to, like Reed Hendricks says, the lessons that we learned are written on the tombstones of others. You don't have to die or lose somebody to learn that lesson. That, hey, I should move my handgun because like I can't clear it from this angle on the belt because my plate carrier has this big GP pouch hanging off of it and whatever the fuck. So there's a lot that goes into it, but something like that I think is a really viable training tool, given you actually use it and take it seriously. But then now everybody's worried about being the airsoft guy. Because it's not cool to be the airsoft guy unless you're all airsoft guys. Because then you're like, hey, I'm the real gun guy. And that's what all the airsoft guys aspire to be. Because that's what they're LARPing as. That's what they're fucking clone building as. That's what they're fucking doing, whatever. So nobody wants to be the airsoft guy. But if you actually did truly use it for its intended purpose in that realm, training with it and trying to use it for its benefit of understanding, because human nature is unpredictable. So putting yourself in experiences where you are facing another combatant that has a mind of its own and is not a stationary paper target that doesn't shoot back and whatever the fuck, and you're under stress and it's dark and you got flashlights, or maybe you got nods, or maybe it's broad day and whatever the fuck, but like you can't learn something if you've never experienced it, in my opinion, like in that aspect of of training. Like there's only so much you can do on the flat range. It needs to be a two-way range at some point or another to give you the perspective of what you're strong at, what you're weak at, which obviously you need to improve on everything, even if you're good at it. But if you're super good at one thing but you suck at another, maybe put in more time in the thing that you suck at. You know, you're not going to get better unless you actually do it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of benefit to be reaped as a reward from that. But it scares off a lot of people because it's price prohibitive to really get into it and have competitive gear that you can actually use and get good reps out of and not have to worry about the shit fucking up. And so you can train your reloads, you could train getting a sight alignment, sight picture, you could train a transition, you could train a fucking pop and smoke, you could train.
Yeah.
So, but the money aside, again, it goes back to the ego thing where people are like, oh, I don't want to fucking be caught dead playing BB Wars with a fucking, you know. So, A, do you think that more people should do it, or do you think it's not really the end all be all? Do you think there's something better? Do you think it's not even in the conversation? Like, what is your feelings on that if you were to use airsoft or milsim or whatever the fuck as a training aid, much like when I go shoot competition, it's a more dynamic environment than just sitting in a flat range in a stall shooting at a non-moving target. There's steel, there's cardboard, there's swingers, there's barricades, there's windows, you're moving, there's a lot more to it, but it's still nothing compared to an actual gunfight because still none of these targets are shooting back at me.
Yeah.
So airsoft or milsim or paintball or, you know, sim rounds, which would be the most realistic, of course, but even if you can get your hands on them, they're very, very price prohibitive. You can get a fucking 10,000 round box of BBs for like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're going to have a serious gun, it's going to cost you a few $100.
Yeah.
And then it's not just the gun, you're still running an optic. And if you run cheap Chinese bullshit airsoft optics, then maybe you get something out of it, maybe you don't, because you're always having issues and malfunctions. So then you end up putting at least a Holosun on there. So then there's not $200 or fucking whatever the fuck. But that's fine if that's going to be your training kit, because outside of the initial investment, it pays for itself.
Yep.
100%. Because every match you go to, every time you fucking wear your kit and you could use all your real kit.
Yep.
All your real kit. And don't fucking take the plates out, pussies. If you're out there fucking doing it, put the plates in there and get yourself conditioned for that weight. But I think it's a thing that more people should focus on, especially in banned states.
Yeah.
Where you can't have certain guns or whatever. It doesn't mean you should know how to use them. Yeah. And plus, there's a lot of states that you don't have places to go shoot. Like Illinois, I can't just pull off to the side of the road in the desert and go shooting like Arizona. Like, it has to be at a range or privately owned land or fucking whatever, a gun club that you got to pay $1,000 a year for. So, you know, it's always something. So my question is, that long drawn out question is...
As it always is.
Right. Well, you just got to build it up.
Yeah.
Give the people the information.
You got to ask a question
where we're
and then give
from.
all of the answers for that question
In the
and
question
then ask the question
preceding
again.
Right.
So that's how you.
Well, I gave my answers. You didn't give me your answer, dude. They could be coinciding, dude, but I would like to hear.
They almost always are, though, is the issue.
I know that's the problem.
That's. I mean, yeah, it's fucking definitely a viable training tool. It's one of the only ways that you're realistically going to be getting force-on-force combat training, you know, as a civilian.
Right.
And then...
At least as economically.
Yeah, exactly. I personally would love to, but I just can't get past the fucking price of a decent airsoft gun. You know?
From what I've seen, you can get like a decent battery-powered AR from like E-Vike or whatever for like $200-300. You get a decent fucking Glock fucking Tokyo Marui for like $150. I mean, it's not terrible, but again, it's just a BB gun, but it's not even a BB gun because you couldn't kill a squirrel with.
I could just buy a Glock.
Right. Or a case of ammo or two, or fucking more mags.
That's the thing that gets me on it. But also, you have to look at, if you're getting into milsim, obviously going to be much better off as far as the training aid, because you're going to be using much more realistic tactics and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you can still build training scars as far as ammo capacity. Because when your AR holds 500 rounds,
they have ones that only hold 30.
Unless you do limit yourself and run the limited mags. But
Which, I mean, again, I would argue that if you're doing it for training, which of course it's fun, and training should be fun because it's going to make you continue to do it.
Exactly.
So I've got no qualms with it being entertainment, as they would, some people have called. I think fucking Hackathorn is known for calling it that, but in a negative light. But what I'm trying to get across is that, like, you should mix it up. You should have fun. You should be interested in what you're doing because you're going to pay more attention to it. You're going to learn more from it, and you're going to be more apt to do it more often. So that's my take on the matter. But again, yes, it sucks the initial investment because that's the same thing. For the cost of night vision and a helmet and a whatever and a mount and this, that, and the third, then the battery pack and the fucking this, that, the beacon, and then everything else adds up. You got a Princeton Tech hanging off the side. It's fucking little tiny light, $70. It all adds up, and before you know it, you got $4,000 in night vision, which is cool as shit, and it is a superpower.
Yep.
But, like, with that logic, instead of buying that, I could just go buy $4,000 more worth of guns or $4,000 more worth of whatever the fuck else. So, like, at some point in time, depending on what your priorities are and what you're trying to prioritize, you know, especially in times of ammo drought, I don't think there's ever been a shortage on airsoft BBs.
No.
And that's a way for you to keep training economically, even if it's fucking shooting in your backyard and just getting reps of transitions, or fucking just getting a sight alignment, sight picture, trigger press, follow through, whatever the fuck it is. I mean, what are you doing? I have no idea what you're doing. Are you grabbing an Orbs gun, dude?
no, I'm not.
Mantis X, dude. The Blackbeard. You can get all the rest. You don't necessarily want to point it at your friend, even though there's no way it could ever possibly fire a bullet while utilizing that system. It's still a real gun, so you don't want to do that. But
in your backyard, around the house, fucking literally.
I mean, people might still call the cops on you, but I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, but
there ain't nothing against the law about having a gun on your own property.
No, I know. Well, it depends where you live, but the fucking even still, fuck them. Yeah, with the fucking
just have a secondary.
But yes, something like this again, initial investment. You know, and then the investment of paying for the batteries to keep it running over time and whatever the fuck,
maybe pay for this. It's rechargeable.
Well, I mean, eventually maybe it breaks. You charge it too many times. You're actually using it, which I find a lot of people that actually buy these things do not really use them. Like, they'll play with them for a little bit, and it's cool and it's fun. And then, as far as like actually,
since I've gotten this, I've been using it at least every other day.
Yeah. Well, because it is fun, and it is a benefit, and it gives you something like this even more so, gives you the opportunity to train with your real kit because you're putting this fake mag and fake bolt into your real rifle.
Yep.
And you're getting the real trigger press and the real this, that, and the other thing. Like, obviously, there's no recoil. And, you know, potentially it's a zeroable laser, so, like, you can fine-tune it to what your zero is, but every time you take it in and out, you're going to have to redo that. So then maybe, you know, some people, if they got it like that, you got fucking 5 to 10 ARs laying around. Maybe you make one that's a dedicated training rifle. But then is that rifle set up exactly how your go-to rifle is? Because then if it was, it's probably going to be the most expensive one and this, that, and the third. So it's all situationally dependent, much like anything in life. But tools like this, tools like airsoft, tools like dry fire, tools like just soaking in knowledge and information and looking at things from a different perspective than you normally would, thinking outside of the box, because everybody has a piece to the puzzle. And that's one thing that fucking, you know, Jaeger would always say. He's like, that in RIP, is that, you know, I'm just one piece of the puzzle. You should go see John Farnham. You should go see Clint Smith. You should go see fucking Ken Hackathorn, Larry Vickers. You should go see Haley. You should go see Costa. You should go see whoever the fuck. Because while I'm not going to tell you that what I'm teaching you is wrong, because it's not, it's just my way of doing it. Does it work? Yes. Do other things work? Yes. And it depends on who you are and what your end goal is and whatever. And the same thing, dude, a lot of people don't like to admit it, but a lot of the innovation and the technology of the products, but also the shooting, like nobody C-clamped until people were doing it in 3-gun.
Yeah.
So the competition market drives a lot of the actual tactical community because they're all about high speed, low drag. So you can get it high speed and low drag fast as fuck, boy, on a one-way range, but then you have to beef it up a little bit typically and fucking paint it black and do whatever the fuck else to make it ready for the tactical community.
Yeah.
But like,
you don't
it
want a
all, a
whole
lot of
ass
that stuff.
skeletonized AR with holes all
Yeah.
over it in
Yeah.
fucking combat.
Yeah.
So also
But-
a bush sticks a fucking stick in there, and all of a sudden your
Yeah.
bolt won't close.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, the principle of, hey, we should lighten up the gun.
Yep.
And when we do lighten up the gun, it really doesn't kick that much
Yep.
more because it's just a 5.56
Yeah.
still. Different things. Like the shooting techniques.
It's like you were saying with this, for what
The
it is,
optics
it's a
setup.
fucking 308, and it's
Yeah.
pretty damn light for what it is.
Yeah, this is
It
the
does
Wilson.
have a little bit of extra cut out of the mag
Wilson.
well, and fucking...
Yeah, it's the Wilson Combat Recon Tactical. It's an AR-10 308. It's a 14.5 gun, but it's a billet lower, pretty sure billet upper. It's skeletonized or relief cut as much as it possibly can be. It's got really good balance. It's very, very lightweight, and it really doesn't recoil all that much for a lightweight, short 308.
No.
And this I can still shoot out to 1,000, but more realistically, it's probably an 800-yard gun.
Yeah.
But in order to achieve maximum effectiveness, I'm going to put a 5x EOTech magnifier behind this, yada, yada, yada. Currently running the Surefire Vampire, the 640. So I got white light, I got IR light, and then I'm going to pair that with a Steiner Otel C for my infrared laser. So I'm going to have all types of aiming devices, day or night. Also going to run flip-up irons on there, of course, because it's not a fighting rifle without irons, but this is a chunkier gun than a regular AR. It's a bigger gun, a taller gun, a wider gun, whatever. It's a bigger gun, period. But at the same time, it's more than small enough, more than light enough to where I could carry this instead of an AR and still have an AR, but 30 cal capabilities.
Yeah.
And so that means I've got better barrier penetration. I've got shots further out to distance, and when they do get there at distance, they're doing more because of the weight of the projectile, because so
You also have built-in flashbang when indoors.
right. Well, their little A2 comp flash hider thing actually works pretty well. It's not that bad, although I haven't shot it in super dark environments. But yeah, this is
You got a concussion grenade then?
I don't know that it's that bad either, but it is probably, it's loud, I bet, with no ears.
If you popped one off in this room right now, yeah, I don't think we'd be having a good time.
No, definitely not. But it is cool. It's very lightweight.
Yep.
And half-inch
Still-
groups or less at 100.
I still, just for the hell of it, want to build out a 10.5 308.
That's just too much, bro.
I know,
Too much.
but I want to, just for the indoor.
Too much.
rifle
How would you
games.
build that out? What would be your ideal components?
I mean, it would literally just be for the memes.
right? But
and
would
so,
you
like-
still want it to run?
Yeah. So, like, I feel like at most I'd be going with an arrow build. Something.
Yeah,
like
but you watched the fucking.
that. I know.
You got to put a new bolt in it, dude. You got to hit up my boys over at Faxon, dude. Get yourself a bolt or something.
Then I might.
But
It would literally just be piss off everybody at the indoor rifle range. You know?
yeah, but it's just too much, dude. And if you're going that short in a 308, you got to go fucking FAL, I feel like.
I don't know.
Because I don't even know that you could run a 308, a 10-inch 308 AR like that more than like 500 rounds
you
before
could
it
buy
shit
barrels.
itself. I know you can, but that doesn't mean that you should. You could
I'm
buy.
not saying that it's a thing that
That's
should
that
happen
package.
whatsoever. It's just a thing that I want to do.
Just obnoxious for no reason. There's just no
Exactly. That is it.
No, I understand, but
obnoxious. Like
it's just better things you could do with your money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a
haircut
financial
blaze
advisor,
orange, you know, just
but yeah, you might as well because it's
As
loud
obnoxious as you
regardless.
can.
Yeah,
with those big
blaze orange
fucking
and Tox
bright
tiger
possible-
stripe, dude.
Yes,
Looking
dude.
like a Nerf gun, dude.
the biggest, most obnoxious.
Better shove some
break
fucking
possible
Nerf
on the
ball in
motherfucker.
between your ear holes.
Just
But yeah. That's a sick ass gun. So now I've got a pistol, IR capable, a subgun, IR capable, a 5.56 short gun, IR capable. Tomorrow, a full size 20-inch 5.56 gun, IR capable, and then soon to be the 308, aka that 308 IR capable. Other than a 22, there's really nothing else that you need.
don't you have a 22 that's also IR capable?
Well, any of them are IR capable if I throw an IR device on them.
The
what I have.
416. Did you not still have that set up like it was?
Yeah, but that was just a Viz lays.
Oh, it was just a
Yeah,
Viz
it was just a
lays.
Viz lays. And I got that other Hollow Sun. That's another thing too. I was thinking about fucking building out one of the 300 Blizzies because that it's basically Hollow Sun's version of an Hotel C.
Yeah.
But instead of like $700 to $900, it's $200, and it's like the same thing, just made in China.
Yeah.
But works practically speaking just as well. And I was thinking about fucking doing the same thing, running like a Surefire vamp, and then the Hollow Sun on like the 300 Blizzy Stag.
Yeah.
But at that point, I already have the white light on it, which whatever. That's still gonna be like $600 ish, and like I could just get another LS321 for that approximately.
Yeah.
And then it would just be a cleaner setup perhaps, but still chunky and tall and fucking whatever. And it's a much shorter gun, so I'd lose out on even more rail space. But I don't know. But like it can be done, dude. And realistically too, like what a lot of people don't think about, and this is not a recommendation as how you should set up your guns, but like with the regular PVS 14, like a analog device, in most lighting conditions, you don't necessarily need an illuminator.
No.
So even if you just had the laser aiming device and it was just a laser, just an IR laser, in most lighting conditions, the laser itself would splash enough light that you could basically see what you were doing, or B, you wouldn't need it at all other than just an aiming reference. So realistically, for $200, you can get yourself a pretty quality fucking. It comes with a pressure pad. The pressure pad is bullshit on the Holosun shits. Like it's fine, it works, but like it's just kind of cheesy. So like you should get a Surefire, dual lead or a fucking mod button or whatever the fuck, Unity Axon, fucking whatever. It's gonna be more money, but it's better.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of ways around it, man, and that's the thing too is like night vision NVG10, $350, $315 if you use code fucking TTAC10 for 10% off. So, and you can still see IR lasers, IR illuminators. You can still shoot. You can still move. So like $300 plus a $200 helmet, plus I would still get. Well, you got the mount included in that.
Yeah.
So we got $500 plus another $200, $700. You've got an IR laser aiming device, night vision, a helmet, and then you can get a fucking there's all you can get. I wouldn't recommend it. Don't ever do this. But you can get an Olight, a Hollow Sun, a whatever fucking IR illuminating flashlight, and pair it with that. And a lot of them, I'm not super familiar with the Olight variant, but I assume that it also has white light output.
Yeah, I don't know.
At least on some of them. They got a Valkyrie with like some type of dual fucking. I'm pretty sure. Because it was in one of the comparison videos I was watching the other day between some other shot. And then fucking, what's that other company, dude? That, they're plastic. The fucking Haley Strategic was fucking collaborating with them for a while. Or not, Inforce. They make some fucking relatively inexpensive IR illuminators as far as rifle lights and pistol lights. And the pistol lights you can even mount to a helmet and shit too and use it as like an admin or supplemental illumination. And they're relatively inexpensive compared to what, and supposedly made in America and whatever the fuck. So, but it's a plastic housing as opposed to 7075 T6 aluminum and this, that, and the third. So, be that as it may. Right. But I mean,
unless you spend
so is a real but so is a real PEC 15 is polymer, but it's gun grade polymer.
Yeah.
And it's not random fucking juiced up Chinese internals that need to be potted, or it might still be potted. I don't know. I would assume that
be potted.
Right. Or they got a bunch of thermo paste or whatever. I don't know what the fuck goes on in there. But because according to Brass Facts, making your own lamb, much like people make their own night vision or make their own whatever, can be done relatively effectively and relatively cheaply. So like it's not, we're not that far away.
Yeah.
I would argue we're on the cusp of achieving greatness for it, because that's how technology works.
Yeah.
And in a sense, like, the Civ available IR market is practically speaking all you'll ever need.
Yeah.
For most people's encounters, if they're even in a gunfight that even on top of that requires night vision fucking technology in any way. You know what I'm saying? It's a very minute, possible, perhaps not the most plausible. But God forbid you find yourself in that situation without it.
Yep.
Couldn't be me. So the fucking, but like to be able to harness that much power that affordably, and yeah, it's got a little bit of jank. Like if they just tightened up the quality control, and we'll see. I don't know. I'm getting it tomorrow, which means I'll probably actually get to fuck with it the day after.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what's up. And of course, by that time, we're not gonna know what the fuck's up with it anyway. But we'll at least make sure that it turns on and fucking is as bright as they say it is. But given, I mean, it actually works, bro, or even kind of works, bro, for the money compared to what the other shit costs and output considered. It's just, you should have one, if nothing else, for a training aid for that money. Because how much does this shit sell for brand new? It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. This is less than that. It's the same thing. And this you could, in theory, actually use for real if need be in most circumstances.
Yep.
So, you know, but what do I know? Either way, stay tuned.
It's auto resetting trigger though.
That's true, but that's kind of like apples and oranges, though. This is a dry fire mechanism.
Yeah.
This is making nighttime daytime.
Yes.
Which this does have a laser.
It does.
And it's a nice bright green laser.
It is.
But it's not the same.
No.
But stay tuned for more lasing content, because we're lazy and we're talking about lasers here on the Shooting the Poop podcast and the Terribly Tactical channel. We love you. We appreciate you. Get out there and train. Make the best of it. Do what you can. Make sure you acquire the things and learn how to use those things that you've acquired before it's the time that you need them. Beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. Have them, know how to use them. Pays to be a prepper. Buy it cheap, stack it deep. And until next time, we'll see you, motherfuckers.